This is SuperClef Kingdom, a world built on a foundation of musical staves, where the landscape itself is composed of glowing rhythmic notes. At the center of this world, robotic musicians perform the great melody. Their pitch is exact, and their timing is flawless, yet the result is entirely flat and mechanical. Playing the correct notes at the right time is a baseline, but a score remains inert without specific instructions for physical weight, momentum, and emotional direction. This is where the Grade 3 curriculum comes in. To bring the great melody to life, we have to master nearly 40 distinct Italian terms that dictate every nuance of a performance. Mastering this vocabulary provides the specific tools needed to translate static ink into a human performance. Let's look at the groups responsible for these commands. We start with the chronomasters. Their role is to dictate the flow of time by manipulating the tempo of the melody. They define the boundaries of speed. A passage marked adagietto calls for a rather slow pace, or the guild accelerates to prestissimo, the instruction to play as fast as possible. They also manage active changes in speed. Stringendo forces the musicians to get progressively faster, while animando tells them to become increasingly lively as they play. Then there is rubato. This allows a performer to disregard strict time for expressive effect, stretching and compressing the space between notes. For structural shifts, they use alla breve. This symbol indicates a minim beat, often referred to as cut common time, which typically results in a faster 2-beat feel per bar. Without the chronomasters, the music remains at a static, fixed pace that lacks the vital momentum of a human heartbeat. Next are the enforcers. This guild doesn't change the speed. They dictate how much physical impact and weight is behind every note. They control the physical texture of the sound. Pesante demands a heavy delivery, while leggero requires the notes to feel light and nimble. They apply targeted pressure through accents. Sforzando indicates a single forced note, while marcato marks a beat as broadly emphatic. For sustained intensity, they use con forza to play with continuous force, or risoluto to maintain a bold, strong character throughout a section. These commands provide the physical edge and variety that prevent a melody from sounding like a series of identical, flat electronic pulses. The empaths are responsible for the emotional atmosphere, defining the specific flavor of the performance. They can shift the mood from the sadness of mesto and triste to the bright, energetic character of giocoso, meaning merry, or the playful nature of scherzando. They handle formal styles as well, separating the majestic quality of maestoso from the strict rhythmic drive of marziale, or military style. And for moments of rest, they apply tranquillo for a calm delivery, and semplice to ensure the music remains simple and plain. The empaths provide the essential context for the notes, allowing the music to communicate a specific mood rather than just a sequence of frequencies. Finally, the directors act as tacticians, modifying how and when the other guild's instructions are applied. They control timing and duration. Subito marks an instant, sudden change, while sempre dictates that an instruction should be followed always, without interruption. They also manage the timeline. When a section repeats, prima volta guides the first time through, and seconda volta directs the musicians to a different ending on the second pass. The directors provide the structural map, ensuring that every shift in speed and mood happens at the precise moment required. The balance is tested when the noise monster, a chaotic wall of unreadable notation, attacks the kingdom, threatening to drown out the great melody. To restore order, these instructions cannot be used in isolation. The guilds must layer their commands to create a coherent response. A director calls subito, instantly triggering prestissimo for speed and con forza for impact, cutting through the chaos with a fast, heavy strike. They follow up with tranquillo and leggero to settle the energy into a calm, nimble pace, while sempre keeps the rhythm stable and consistent. While Grade 3 is only the beginning of musical study, these 40 terms provide the essential layer of control that turns a simple melody into a deliberate, expressive work. To start mastering these commands for yourself, visit the link on screen.